Leo, meow, how you doing? So you'll notice that I've changed the camera angle because I want you guys to be able to see the screen. See the screen? Hello. I want you to be able to see the cards this time because what we're doing is your yearly reading, Leo. Are you excited? Yay! So we're doing your yearly reading or overview, basically, of what it is that you could have coming up. And we'll go from there. So for Leo, don't forget Leo, if you're watching me and you already know that I read in numerology and code, and on the top of an 8 is Leo and also Aquarian. So sometimes if you get loads of kings and queens and counterparts and God knows what else and loads of soul group people that are mums and fathers that are also Aquarian, Leos or 8s, you'll get very mixed up in the reading of what they are. So we have to try and dissect that, but I will do my best to do it because that's normally how your readings turn out, Norman or Normington or Nigel or anybody beginning with N or living from New York City or Nebraska or Alaska or Alas, someone from up north because they normally call chicks Alas, okay, or Alaska, an Alaska for you. So it could be a 4, Scorpio, Aries. And then also I'll ask her. Be by her is also what I'm hearing. But Alaska, someone from Alaska. Okay. Anyway, I'm also hearing Asda for some reason. Asda Shopping Centre. I very much doubt that you've got an Asda in America, but in the UK we have an Asda. It's basically saving money when you shop at Asda. So it's pretty much save every penny. Laura. But like I have to save every penny. And I might work at Asda, so it might be that what my job requires working at a supermarket store. I'm also hearing Dale Winton, so that's a same-sex relationship, someone that's gay, either women or men, so that would be Dale Winton. Supermarket sweep, so something about supermarket stores, you probably work in one here. Okay, obviously around Christmas time, because it's not quite 2023 yet, because we are doing a whole yearly reading. I am picking up people that might be going shopping and you do a lot of supermarket browsing around window shopping and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so we've got the fact that you can watch it as Leo and Aquarian, right? 8s. If you don't think that works, trust me, it does. So you've got to be aware. That's why we get kings and queens that come up in a lot of counterparts because they represent different elements. Even though it's fire or air, it represents a different element, okay? So let's see. So for Leo, trio of Leos. So I'm hearing there's quite a few 8s around you, Leo. Like you could have double Leo placements or double Aquarian placements. Like what do they call that when your chart represents like 3 or 2 star signs of the same? Like because I'm hearing like triple energies. So it can either be like a trine of like Aquarian or Leos, but 8s. Okay. Let's see. Stellium, I think they call it. So I'm hearing Stel, Steve, Stella, Atoir, also someone that's called Stella. Stella Atoir is someone that likes drinking alcohol, but lager. Okay, not beer, lager. Okay, lager, 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 shouting, lager, lager, lager. So born slippy, you might be dealing with like a fish. Okay, that would be a Pisces or a life path 3. Some of you could be raving and stuff and like into music, mixing, mastering and doing the lager, 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 shouting. Some of you could be a heroin addict because it actually came from the film Train Spotting. So it could be someone also from Scotland, from the Lake District. But like, yeah, I'm hearing like partying and party favours and like maybe overdoing it when I'm going to the clubs and stuff like that, right? So I don't know if there is an addict that is around you here because that definitely came from the film. Okay. So soundtrack. So I definitely keep hearing like some of you into like what I do for Angel Radio, soundtracks. Okay, like my intro or outros or like you. I'm also hearing Waitrose. Hold on a minute, Leo. So we're going to channel for a second. Hope you don't mind before we get on with your yearly reading. I'm hearing Waitrose. So Waitrose is also a shopping market, like a store of like where you go, like Waitrose, Argos, like loads of different places. So they keep getting me to look at like doing a lot of shopping throughout the whole year, or you just work in a supermarket store, but you also do a lot of window shopping and a lot of like, oh, let's go out for the weekend, blah, blah, blah. I'm also hearing people that listen to the band Weekend, okay, The Weekend. Some of you look forward to the weekend because the weekend is when you have off. Okay, And then I've got another message here that was relating to, what was it? Asda. Sorry, I've lost the message now. I can't think what they were trying to tell me. There was something else there. Anyway, let's just get on with your reading here. Leo. This is why a channeler speaks really quickly. If you don't get it, like why when I channel, I speak really quickly. Because if I don't get it out really quickly, sometimes the message goes and I can't remember what it was they were trying to get me to look at. Okay, so you might work in a dementia unit. People that might be like, you could be dealing with an air sign, like a Gemini moon or something, okay, like myself. And it's in one ear and straight out the other ear. Like I find it very difficult to find focus. It could be people, I'm also hearing a Ford Focus or Ford Fiesta, someone that drives Ford, okay, or they have F, or like Steph, Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Casano, Casino. Oh, we're not going to go down this road. I do all of this in your weekly readings. Gambling is here still. Ford Focus, Ford, Forza, like Xbox 5 or PlayStation 5 or Xbox X, like Fonza, like Wacka Wacka Wacka. Someone could be Ginger. God knows where all this stuff's coming from. Anyway, let's just get on, man. I've got to stop channeling. Let's see. That was it. Why I channel like that. It's because I forget. So that's it. So you could have something like a forget-me-not. So there's a knot here. Now that is a Piscean or a life path 3 or a 3 energy, because it's a hangman swinging on a tree and knot. So it's forget me not. Does he love me? Does he love me not? Will he forget me? Will he forget me not? So you really could be in some sort of third energy that is here. It doesn't have to be a Piscean, but I'm hearing, does he love me? Does he love me not? Will he forget me? Will he not? Willie, the name Will, or Fogg, someone from London. Willie Fogg, that was a London-based program. And then also Willie Fogg. So the name William or Bill, okay? Kill Bill or William. Will he forget me? Will he not? Does he love me? Does he love me not? I don't know. It's a little bit like Buttercups, like when they kind of like, when does he love me? Will he not? Does he love me? Does he love me not? Does he love me? Will he love me not? He loves me. He loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. He loves me, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. I'm really picking up like that there is a third energy here somewhere, Leo. Not for all of you, okay? But I do keep hearing this not, and Willie or Willie not, Willie Fogg. It's someone from London, because we call it the old smoke down here, okay? Like, will he love me, does he not? Willie, does he, Willie? Willie. Will he show me his Willie or not? Does he want to show me his Willie or not? Do you want to get it out or not? I've got no idea about this not and Willie. Nottingham. Okay, some of you might live at a place called Nottingham or Cambridge. Nottingham? That's right near here. Nottingham, Cambridge. I think that you could be doing a lot of travelling this year. Okay, this year seems to be a lot of like window shopping and shopping or stuff like that, man. Okay, so Leo. Leo, now we can get on with your yearly reading, Leo. Are you all right, pussies? So Leo, for the year of 2023, what has Leo got coming up that they can look forward to? Leo, show me Leo for 2023. Now, don't forget, before I get on, man, is that this can be cross-watch, but it can be vice versa still. You, the other person, if there's a third energy, if there's a cross-watcher, it's no good getting angry at me. I'm just reading the cards. You take it as you will, okay? But you got the Queen of Swords, so you could have a lot of problems around a sibling at the moment. Okay, now obviously you've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarian, but the Aquarius could be a Leo also, so you'd come up in the same reading. Gemini, also it would be a Capricorn, and so on and so forth. So there could be a few people here, but this is also asking for favours. So if you're presently in a relationship, there's someone that does ask favours. Can you do me a favour? Can you do me a favour? I just need to know blah, 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 and I need to arrange a date because I need to know, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Now, like I said, it might be granted, and it could be Eddie or Edmonds, or Holly or Jodie or Berry, but it could be granted by the other person. I'm also hearing make 3 wishes. Your wish is my command, sir. So what do you demand now? Some of you might be going on demand. Okay, now it depends if this person is very demanding. Okay, if it comes up as a parent and someone is very, very, okay, very is also somewhere where there's like buying things from a club book. They used to call a club book here very, but now it's online. Back in days of my age, you used to be able to get club books, and they used to send you a huge book, and you open it, and it's browsing full of fucking like clothes and God knows what else, and designers and clothes design, shoes and all that sort of stuff. And then you would order it, and you would like send it off, write it down, send it off. These days it's on fucking line, but it's called Very. So I keep hearing like shopping, like clothes designs or shopping design or shopping a lot, buying clothes, like different clothes items. Okay, but this is also, like I said, if it comes as a mother or father and they're very, well, whoever, even Trevor, if they are very, very, very demanding, they are very, very difficult to get on with. If a person is asking in the right manner, okay, then it's granted by the other person because it isn't forced. The Queen can be a very, very forceful energy because she could also be extremely guarded, or he, okay, but it is also asking a question or needing to. But it can be, I need to ask you for a favour, okay? Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Now, if the other person is free to do it, they're doing it off their own back, okay? So you've got a lot of things that are going on with this Queen of Swords this year that could also be relating to mother-in-laws, father-in-laws, or the name Laura or Louise or Linda or Lucy or Belinda or Lucifer, and a Capricorn / Gemini or Aquarian or Libra. Okay, so let's see. Leo. Now you've got to have patience for these because those star signs will represent a lot of me breaking down the who is who here. Because I've got a feeling you're going to have a lot of counterparts that are coming out through your reading throughout the year, Leo. So Leo, show me Leo for 2023, please. So you got 3. There is the 3. So 3 is the magic number. Now, you may or may not see it this way, but there is an energy of working together on a project with someone on a project, or you're working on a spiritual alignment, very devastating situation, because this is a Steve Cartman drama triangle. The scapegoat, the victim, the aggressor, getting aggressive, then I'm the victim, then I'm the victim of circumstance, then I play a victim that it's unfair, that you're with them, and then she is with him, and blah, 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 so on and so forth, and around you go. But there is also asking a favour if you want to collab or do something, or Ab or Abigail or Abbott, but like, or Abbott's Ripton also, but if you want to work on a project. Now, if you're not working on a project with someone else, it's just that I'm working on my own design of project. I'm trying to build something up, and I'm also trying to teach and learn and study at the same time. The teacher becomes the pupil, and the pupil becomes the teacher, okay? Let's see. So learning a new skill. Okay, now, if there is a collaboration of 2 people that are together in a relationship that starts off this year, this is one where it relates to Adam and Eve, or Steve, Adam and Eve, which means that if the other person starts to change for the other person, then you get equality. You get the Adam and Eve effect, if you like. Okay, if they end up realising, okay, I understand about my partner that I'm working with, okay, and I have to start working with them well. So if this is a working energy, that is relationship that we'll look at second. If this is at work, it's because we work really well, is why I don't want to leave. Because we work really well together, okay? So there could be this energy where this is relating that we work really well together and we vibe together, and it could be a working relationship, but it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It's just a working relationship, okay? Because it worked well together. Now, if we look at your love relationship, and even if it is relating to a third, I keep hearing Stephen, that would be myself, but like, if you do work well together as a relationship, and the other one starts to abide by the other one to think, okay, I understand what it is that really fucking bugs me about you. I understand not to do that, and that means that the person is focusing on themselves to change it. If a person changes themselves naturally or naturally for the other person, and they think, well, okay, this doesn't work, so I need to stop doing it. Okay, but this does work because I realise what my partner does like and doesn't like. If you can find that equality, things start to work out really well. If not, then you bring in these energies that are of like maybe third energies. Okay, but we will carry on and see what this is. I'm hearing the name Carrie or Carissa or Cassandra. So there is an energy here that is very curious about working with someone. This can also be anything that is spiritual and esoteric, could be online working. But it's also, like I said, these are people and clients that are curious about learning something, a different method, a different way. But this could be in a relationship where it's like, I'm trying to understand what it is that you want or what you don't want me to do. Because if people continue to do what the other person doesn't want them to do, that's pressure. And then the queen becomes very guarded and protected. So it's kind of like trying to find an even flow in the relationship that you're with to try and figure out what does work and what doesn't work. And if it doesn't work, throw it out. Okay. Now, if you are physically at work, this is you organising your time and going through things that are at work, realising, okay, that doesn't work. This does work, so let's work with what does. Now, this can also relate to like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, clearing out house. If I've got a load of people that are on Facebook that I don't never talk to and I want to get rid of a load of friends that are not really friends, then I need to realise that they're not really offering me much purpose. And this is you cluttering out the cupboards, cluttering out the, dusting out the fucking cobwebs, really. Okay, so I'm also picking up that through the beginning of the year, for a lot of you, you might be going through your closet. Okay, going through clothes and thinking, fuck, right now the weather is starting to change. I need to go through my summer and winter clothes, autumn clothes, and blah, 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 and start dressing up to impress towards the energy of the weather. I'm also hearing, do I dress to impress, to improve this? Like, do I get this person's attention by dressing to impress? Like, if I do something, like, will this person start to notice me more? Okay. So I'm hearing like dress to impress, like I'm trying to impress someone here. Okay. I'm also hearing I'm trying to impress someone, okay, I'm picking up too. I'm trying to impersonate someone, which means that I'm trying to copy their work. This is someone also looking at someone's work, maybe trying to copy it, but it's also like because it's because I'm picking up Percy, Butchie, or a Piscean, maybe, I don't know, but this is a Pisces here, but they're being looked at. And I'm trying to, because this is like an imposter or like a impersonation is what I'm hearing. Like, how do I do something to impress this person? I need to do it to impress them. And I need to do it to see if I can get their attention to watch me here and look at me. So it can be like, nothing weird, but it can be like I'm trying to impress this person by trying to get them to look at me and watch me here. It's nothing weird, it's just that I keep picking up that, look, if you look here, this is inspiration of a younger person that's looking at this in a manner to think, could I do, like, is it possible, blah, 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 and I need to learn. So these are pupils that are learning a different way and a different method of doing things. Working relationship, okay, does it work? Does it not work? What do I do if it doesn't work? What do I do? Now, like I said, if you've got anything at work, this is pretty much you thinking, okay, so all of these things that I've tried at work, they really don't seem to be working much because things don't seem to be growing. So in order for me to grow things more, okay, I need to start changing things about what I'm doing at work to see if that does, okay. So you'll see my channel is altering slightly because I realise when I do like Taurus, it never gets any views. When I'm going to start doing Cancer because I've had a few people asking. But like if I do Taurus or Aries, they don't never reach above 800 views and I don't get no money for it at all. And my channel goes down because I get people that dislike it all the time. They hate it and then they just disappear. So I think, well, that's pointless. Why do I keep harming my own channel by doing readings that are not doing very well and people don't really want to watch? I have a few clients that do, but then there's Patreon if you really do. Okay, so if it comes down to where it means work, it means doing pretty much what I'm doing. You just have to relate it to your own self. Am I doing things that are wasting my time, or am I doing things that are actually where people do want to watch me and not other people? So I have to be authentic, I have to be original, and if I'm original, then I'm worthy. And if I'm worthy, you're not worthy, you're not worthy. So it might be a fox, okay, foxy lady, okay, but like, you know, if it's worth my time, I'll do it, but if it isn't, I'm sorry, but I can't, okay. It's a little bit like that when it comes to work. I need to look at it and think, what am I doing that isn't working? And if it isn't, I need to stop doing it. And if I'm doing something that really is working, then I need to continue to do what is. So like, for instance, when I do you guys, hopefully you're not getting bored, stay in there. When I do you guys, okay, you guys watch, and Capricorns, they're very good because, and you guys, you watch consistently and always watch and look and be very curious about learning. So I'll give my time to you guys because you help my channel as well as I can help you. It's equality. I'm a Gemini moon. So if I start getting vibes that it isn't, I'll stop doing it, right? So whatever you want to relate to, okay, this is what's going on in an environment around work. I need to look at it patiently, okay, and actually start to learn so I can change. If I don't want to change and I want to remain the same, then I'll just keep doing it and stick my heels in and realise that it isn't. Okay, so it's about learning. And if it's a relationship, it's I'm studying my partner so I can be what they want me to be. Now, if your ego kicks in and like, fuck that, I wouldn't change myself for that arrogant arsehole, then you're nowhere near this ticket, okay? So if you are of a relationship and you're kind of like, well, I love my partner, I want to be with my partner, but I need to learn more about my partner's flaws and do's and don'ts. And I have to start changing my way accordingly to what they do like and what they don't. If you can find that essence in a relationship, Leo, it works. It works. Because you're finding that equality of Adam and Eve, okay? I give over power to you, you give over power to me. So now the energy and the message is changing for other people. I'm now hearing power of attorney. So some of you might have to be going to court in order to win back the affection of your child. If you're not going to court, this is a mother that's trying to win over the energy of the child. I'm also hearing the name Eddie or Edwina. Okay, but like I need to go to court to win back my child. So child services, they're with an X. Or it's a mother that constantly tries to seek the approval of their child, but they do it in the wrong way because the child doesn't need approval. So there's probably no equality there that can relate to a drama triangle. But you are going through this regardless with your siblings at this time. It's because someone does keep trying to watch and look out for this person that may become very uncomfortable that this person constantly keeps an eye on everything that they do. This is I'm around when you're working, I'm around when you're at home, I'm here when you're there, and when you're there I'm here also. And I'm always on your mind and I'm always around you constantly all the time. And that can become very suffocating and it can be very difficult for this child to learn to grow to be themselves because they mimic the mother. And the mother mimics the child and they constantly go through this third party type sort of arguing break. It's not love, but it is. It's like drama triangle, scapegoat, victim, aggressor, getting very aggressive. You're not learning. You're not offering me anything. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. I'm trying to tell you. You're trying to tell me. Then you be quiet. Then you don't. Then you want to speak. Then you don't want to speak. I can't talk to you because you don't fucking listen. You keep looking out for me when I don't need looking after. You keep worrying, panicking that I need this, that I need that when I don't. And then tit for tat and you go forward. You cut each other out and you're just an opposition. Okay. So that's if you are in that environment where some of you live or your partner does with a sibling that they don't get on well with, okay? Or they just even if they meet now and again, they just can't seem to find anything that is value to one another that offers other than keep keeping an eye on me, goddammit. Okay, this doesn't have to mean social media spying. It means that I'm always looking over someone's shoulder to keep an eye on what they're doing. Now, if they're 3 or 4, granted, but if they're an older person, they don't need that. Okay, so like I said, it becomes uncomfortable. Okay, uncomfortably numb. Pink Floyd. Okay. You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't see what you're saying. It's because I'm not. Because I'm not saying anything. Yeah, well, that's when I get angry, when you don't inform me and on all of the information that you want to know. Yeah, but I don't want to tell you about everything in my life. It's private. Yes, but I need more input. I need more information from you. I need to keep asking questions, and I ask more questions and more questions and more questions and more questions until I tire you out where you're like, fucking hell. All of those questions you ask me are literally no point. Like, there's no point to the question. Okay? They're not interesting enough in order for me to stay around long enough to think, fucking hell. Emily question. This is like a child that goes, why? And you're like, well, just because. Because why? Fucking hell, right, here we go. Right, do I need to explain it? Right, let's start off right at the beginning. And the person's like, right, I'm losing attention now. I'm getting very frustrated because you're not getting to the point quick enough. It's a little bit like tarot readings. People are in so much of a rush in order to get their message that they can't stay around long enough to listen, right? So if you get this situation that goes on with a parent, it can be someone that tells you the ending before the beginning. So they take ages to get to the point where you're like, right, I'm starting to really lose fucking patience here because you're not getting to the fucking point. You're not getting to the point of the sword. What's the point? Why do you keep asking these questions that have no point? Where's the end? Can't you just hurry up and just tell me what the point is? You go like, no, I need to start right from the beginning very slowly and explain it. When you're like, look, you don't need to explain it. If you want something, just tell me what it is that you want instead of starting off right at the beginning, taking 4 hours to get to the point when I could have just fucking been getting on with my work. Well, okay, well, hold on a minute then. And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. Will you please learn to just fucking get to the point really quickly so I can get on? Because I'm in a rush. I've got stuff to do. I've got homework to do. I've got work to do. I've got fucking people to meet. I've got places to be and I've got a dog to see about a cat. Right? So I've got to go, bruv. What do you want? Okay, well, let me just start from the beginning. Right, that's getting really fucking boring, sweetheart, and I'm getting fucking annoyed. Okay? So if you want a rendition of what that feels like in circumstances, I've just explained the story to you. Okay? So will you please get to the point? Any of you guys ever had that with a person? You talk to them and they start off right at the beginning, but the beginning story that they start off with, you know what that answer is. You know what that answer is, and you're kind of like, fucking hell, I know what the answer is, man. And if I literally tell them if I put words into their mouth and explain the ending, they'll go, oh, well, there you go. You don't want to stand around long enough in order to speak to me, do you? And you're like, well, no, because one, it was very fucking boring, and two, I knew what the answer was anyway. So I'm just trying to hurry up the conversation so I can get fucking going. But don't forget your packed lunch box and your sandwich and everything. Oh, I've got it. Go away. Right. I'm trying to teach you. I don't want to know. Okay. So you got to love the situation, right, Leo? Let's see. Leo, for the year of 2023 for Leo, please. So, the golden nugget, right? I've got things to do and I got money on my mind and I got money on my mind and mind on my money. I am the minder, okay? I am a child minder. Some of you might be looking after grandchildren for a lot here and you might work as a child minder, okay? But this is always, my child is always on my mind. My child is always on my mind. My child is always fucking on my mind. Cool, I can feel that being quite tiring. Anyway, but like I said, man, if you've got a 2 or 3, 4 year old, then there you go, granted, right? Yeah. But you've got this energy, which is kind of telling me that there are more opportunities out there if I don't get held back here. If I stop getting held back here, what I'm after is this. And I can't do it with you keep arguing with me or asking me questions when I'm at work. I'm at work, you're at work. Bing! What were you doing? Well, I was working. Okay, so if you don't get into these arguments, it's going to work well. If you do, and then someone keeps getting distracted by their phone, oh, hold on a minute, Steve's on. Right, but like, hold on a minute, I've got to stop work and I've got to look at my phone. I've got to stop work, I've got to look at my phone. I've got to stop work, I've got to look at my phone. I'm interested in what my partner's going to ask me. Hold on a minute. What's for tea? What are you cooking? When you're cooking it? Are you coming over? Blah, blah, blah. If this continues all day long, it can become a distraction. Phones can become a distraction. Okay, so if you're in relationships, try to concentrate more on your work than the partner. Okay, you only need like a couple of like bings and that's it. You got to keep it as equality. No distractions. Okay, it works better. Okay, because if this Page of Swords is someone that becomes obsessed of thinking, they can become a king or a queen, which means that they become very analytical over their partner. I'm constantly thinking about you all of the time when I'm at work, distracting myself from work, not being able to concentrate on at work when I could make mistakes, where this little energy here can become a disaster because it is minor, but a minor follows a major. Okay, so to find harmony of music where you can just flow, you need to find that balance of ebony and ivory, baby. Ebony and ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh no, why don't we? They all know people are the same wherever you go. There is good and bad in everyone. We learn to live, learn to give each other what we need to survive. Come on, Leo. Together alive, ebony and ivory. Anyway, let's see. Live together in perfect harmony, harness, Melanie. Let's see. So, Melissa, melodrama, angelic karma. You're here. You're right. Angelic karma. Let's see. Angela, angel, angel. Angie, Angela. Flange. Flange. Let's see. Madge. Margaret. What's her ring? Margarita. Someone from Spain. And what's her ring? New Jersey. New Jack City. New Jersey. New jacket. My coloured jacket. What's going on? Jason, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jackie, Jason, Donovan. Coloured jacket. Buy a jacket. Someone's going to buy a jacket after Christmas. Buy themselves like a winter or a summer jacket. What's her in? Jacket potatoes. Idaho. Someone from Idaho. Leo, for the year of 2023. So you got 6, there's equality, there you go. That's when this starts to work. But there is a situation here around a mother. So you got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo. 9. Okay. So this equality is working. It is kind of working, but it's also thinking. I wonder what your feelings are. I wonder about a fish called Wonder from France, okay, or Belgium. But like, I'm wondering. See, this is, I've got to be honest, this is a mother that is constantly and utterly taking care of their children, okay. Now, granted, if that works, it works. But if this child becomes very aggressive because they don't want too much mothering, it can become pampering, okay. Or just stop pampering. Right, it can become difficult. I'm just warning you that this can clarify itself in a different manner when we do the clarifications, right? But you do have the moon, so you have this feeling, right? You've got this hidden feeling. If it is relating to a third energy, because if this is a Piscean, it comes up as 12, which is 3. Okay, so if there is a third energy, this is someone that is very curious, but they're also not able to enable it, which is a Capricorn or a Gemini. But they're not able to express their feelings or emotions to someone, okay? And I'm unable in order to divulge in what my full and utter like feelings are for someone. Because this is watching and curious, but curiosity can also kill the cat, right? So it's like I'm very curious, but I'm going to need to express something to you because I'm having to hide them from you, okay? So you've kind of got this vibe that seems to be coming up. Okay, Leo, so I am going to finish it there at the moment. That is free. I hope you stuck in there and that you were patient enough to get all the messages that came out so far. Okay, now, if you would like your extended reading for your whole year, okay, so I'm going to do load more cards and clarify them all to generally tell you what you've got coming up. And everything that involves that, you will need the silver or the gold tier. This will not go to the bronze because it's not a monthly. It goes to the silver or gold. If you find this later on in the month or the year when you can afford it, make sure that you scroll all the way through Patreon to find the videos, because I do weeklies and monthlies quite regularly and they all go over there and they may get lost in the mix. So you will need to search for them, but they will be listed as this reading, but number 2 at the end. So it will say Leo 2023 yearly reading, blah, blah, blah. 2, okay, that will be your extended reading and you will find it on the silver or gold tier of Patreon provided below. If you just found the channel, stick around. Hopefully you might find a load of stuff that entertains you. Robbie, because I do channeling, scribing, drawing, pictures, loads of different stuff, right? So hopefully you enjoy your stay. Thanks very much, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you on your next reading or over on Patreon.